Welcome to Riku of Two Reflections. As far as opening hand goes, yes, we're going to keep on this one. I like it. We've got 3 lanes in the hand. We have Urban Evolution. We have Skyshroud Claim. So this is going to be a very Riku opening hand. I will definitely take it. And we're playing against Kaalia. And it's been a long time since we played against her. So I'm actually got some pretty... got some powerhouses right here. Excited about this match. But we are playing Riku of Two Reflections. So, whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, we may pay blue or red if we do copy that spell. Then we may choose new targets for the copy. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay blue and green. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature. And if you haven't seen a Riku deck before, it tends to be... just a lot of good stuff, and it makes for a really fun deck. Let's go lead off with Temple of Epiphany. Get the scry going. The Scurry, the Fever, Steam. Yeah, we'll go and put that on top. I like that. And then anything else kicking back over there. Playing against Kaalia of the Vast. Flying whenever Kaalia attacks an opponent, you may put an angel, demon, or dragon creature from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking that opponent. So hopefully we don't get hit with a Master of Cruelties really quick. And that be our undoing. We did cover both commanders. Give a quick shout out to MTGOTraders.com. If you want to get into any sort of eternal format on Magic, whether it's Commander, Legacy, Modern, Multiplayer Commander, MTGOTraders is your source. Also, check out inkgaming.com. If you click in the link down below, that'll kind of put my coupon code in there, and you'll get 10% off your order and help the channel out at the same time. And also, I started a Patreon too, so if you'd like to contribute to that, it is certainly available down there. And you can get your name in the credits at the end or at the beginning, kind of if you're choosing, or if you just want to do like the $3 ad blocker tier, that is certainly there. But I think that is it. It is officially free time, so we can have some fun. Now, as far as this deck goes, I'm not doing a deck tech. So what I'm basically trying to do is I have a huge backlog of commanders that I have not built. You know, hey, you should build this, and then I put it on my to-do list, and then the to-do list just grows and grows and grows. So I'm trying to get better about doing new decks. You know, if it's just a little one-shot or a little bit of a gameplay. And this is actually the first time that I'm playing Riku with this particular build, so we're actually in for a treat. Now, as far as what we want to get down, I think we just lead off with a Breeding Pool. We're going to put that, yeah, we're just going to put that in play tapped. Not going to pay anything, and then anything else kicking back over there. Now, as far as this build of Riku, oh, that's what I was saying, about as far as some of these new decks that I may kind of introduce into the channel randomly, I'm probably not going to do deck tech. That way I can... you know, just get more fun action, more fun commanders, kind of really exercise my commander building ability. And I think for a while there, I just got really stuck in a rut as far as putting out new commander decks. So that's definitely something I want to start hitting a lot harder. Okay, so we run into Hedron Archive. Let's get down Polluted Delta. So if we run into the land next turn, we'll definitely be on for Skyshroud Claim. So I think at this point, what we probably want to do is simply just leave up Brainstorm. Let's pass the turn. That way we can Brainstorm for a 4th land. That'll put us on Skyshroud Claim. And if we don't like what we see, we can always go for a Polluted Delta crack, kind of shuffle some stuff up. Now, also, with our opponent getting on Kaalia, we'll see if they're going to swing in. We might want to grab some sort of either Cyclonic Rift or some sort of counter magic if we want to at least get the commander tax up on Kaalia. So I'll kind of see what our opponent wants to roll out for the turn. If they end up getting her down, we'll probably end up going for a bounce spell off of Mystical Tutor. But at least we can do both of them, Mystical Tutor and Brainstorm. All right, so we're going to see Kaalia come down. So let's do this. Let's go for Brainstorm. That way we can see if we can't hit the land drop. There we go. All right, so let's put Mimic back on top, and that'll be the 4th land. I actually want to hold on to that. I think we'll put Primal Amulet on top. Let's crack Polluted Delta, and then we do have blue-red in the hand. Let's just go and grab Steam Vents, have that come into play tap. Not going to pay 2 life. And then let's go for Mystical Tutor. We're going to find a piece of removal for Kaalia over there, and I think at this point... I think Rapid would be a good option. That does give him a 3/3 token, but we can still deal with a 3/3 token very easily. So the only downside is it's going to cut us off our Skyshroud. Actually, no, excuse me. Skyshroud Claim's going to have it come into play and tap, so that'll be perfect. Let's go Forest. Let's go for Skyshroud Claim. Let's go Tropical Island. Let's grab Taiga. And while we don't have to worry about any sort of protection spell, let's just go and go for Rabid. That does put a 3/3 token on the battlefield, but I'd rather go for it now than not have something like Teferi's Protection or something like that, and then anything else kick it back over there. So thankfully, with that Skyshroud Claim, we're able to ramp just a little bit quicker. That's going to put us on Hedron Archive and then Riku, and that's going to leave us in a perfect position for Urban Evolution and Steam Augury. I wasn't really sure where I wanted to take Riku. Sometimes when I build commander decks, I think I get kind of focused on I need to make this wacky. Not necessarily wacky, just have some really cool theme to it. But, you know, there's sometimes where it's just fun just to build a good stuff deck with Riku, and that's exactly what we're going for. So you just get down Riku and you make a copy of Urban Evolution, and that's... Whew, that is some good magic right there. Let's get down Reef. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hedron Archive. Yeah, that puts us just enough mana to get down Riku too. So let's go Hedron Archive. Okay, so we get down Riku, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. So, next turn, we are looking at Urban Evolution, drawing 6 cards. We're definitely going to have the 7 mana to go for that. If we wanted to go for Steam Augury, we could, but I really like going for Urban Evolution, because that'll at least be a few extra land drops that we can get down. But yeah, as far as the core concept of this deck, you know, this is exactly what it wants to do. We want to ramp, and then just copy a spell like Urban Evolution, and kind of go from there. I did start working on a few other decks, too, so you'll be kind of seeing these in the future. It's funny we're playing against Kaalia because I just got done throwing together a Kaalia list, and I'm pretty excited to record that one. And so with some of these videos, I may end up just kind of recording. I get really focused on, you know, whenever I bring a new deck out, I really want to have like a nice game for you and a nice win. And so I might end up doing some more kind of like practice style decks because you know, when I build a deck, you know, I want to put in some game time with it. And then typically whenever I have some game time with it, I always end up with a really good video, and I wish I was recording. So like this particular game, this is the first time I'm playing it. So I'm going to definitely, you know, as far as releasing new videos, maybe just, or at least new decks, I might end up putting some sort of, maybe some B-side gameplay video kind of all compiled together. That way we at least kind of get some of these new decks into the rotation, and then I can kind of capture the practice process as we go through a deck. So now our opponent did get down, and I think the thing with Gacela and Bruna is I've never seen it meld. There's one time where our opponent could have melded, and I think it was one of the first times it's released on when the set became available on Magic Online, and they didn't end up going for that meld, and I don't know why they didn't do that. Been really cool. Okay, so we run into Primal Amulet. Let's go down Misty. Yeah, let's crack Misty. And let's grab a Volcanic Island. Let's just go for an Urban Evolution to go and copy this spell. Yes, we're going to definitely use that blue-red mana. All right, so we get to draw 6 cards and play a few extra lands too. Oh, look, ooh, run into Ancient Tomb too. So I guess at this point, we can't really go for Steam Augury. Well, we might have the colored mana. Let's get down Ancient Tomb. No, excuse me, we're not going to have the red mana to be able to go for that. So we get down Ancient Tomb. Let's get down Primal Amulet. That's going to give us a really nice reduced cost. And then 1, 2. And then with the Parallel Lives, we'll worry about getting that down here in just a second. So we get down Primal Amulet. And then anything else, now we're going to kick it over there. So we do have Gacela swinging across for 4 in the air. That will put us down to 15. And, you know, once we do get down Parallel Lives, we can get down something like Farhaven Elf and just make a few copies of it. As far as some of the payoff cards for the deck, the thing that really makes this shine, I did put a 1,000 Year Storm in here. I built a Temur 1,000 Year Storm deck on Arena, so you'll be seeing that in the near future sometime. And so I was just kind of looking for a big 6-mana enchantment to get down, and that's definitely something I'm really excited about. And with that Storm deck, if you're a fan of Storm in Standard, I think you'll probably really enjoy that video. There's just a lot of times to where, you know, if you run into Mortify, the deck feels super clunky, but if you can ramp and get down 1,000 Year Storm, it really does feel like a modern Storm deck sometimes. You know, you typically can untap with maybe 1 or 2 cantrips. You're going to close the game out with a bunch of stormed out lightning bolts. Not lightning bolts, but lightning strikes, and feels really good. You know, sometimes you don't have lethal damage to kill your opponent, but you can just chain together all these lightning strikes to just wipe out their entire board. Okay, so our opponent got down Balefire Dragon. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to each creature that player controls. So let's see what we draw into. Draw into Catacombs. And I think at this point, we just want to find some sort of action on our side of the battlefield. So let's get down Catacombs, and let's go for Steam Augury. And so we're going to get the reduced cost off a Primal Amulet. Let's go and pay for that to extra mana for Riku. Okay, so we're going to end up with double Steam Augury. Ooh, I think at this point, let's see how we want to split this pile up. I kind of like this pile. So we end up getting a threat with a giant bug face, and we also have lightning greaves, which will give them haste. So yeah, I think I kind of like this. So let's see how our opponent wants to give us this pile or not. Okay, so they ended up getting us Giant Bug Face. So what we can do is we can go for Parallel Lives. Yeah, I like that. Let's see what this next Steam Augury is. A Deranged Hermit. Ooh, that's going to work out really well. So let's go Deranged Hermit and Swiftfoot Boots. Okay, and let's see which pile they give us. Okay, so they give us Deranged Hermit and Swiftfoot Boots. So we are going to lose Riku next turn, but I think I want to do... We can set up with Parallel Lives and get one of these creatures down. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 total mana. And unfortunately, that's going to keep us off the Giant Bug Face activation. Now, if we end up going for Deranged Hermit, that's going to put us in a position to where we're not going to really have these tokens survive. So if we're going to go for Giant Bug Face next turn and possibly Deranged Hermit, let's do this. Let's get down Lightning Greaves. And then we're going to get down Parallel Lives too. So that's going to be 1, get down Swiftfoot Boots. And then we're going to put Lightning Greaves onto Riku. And that's going to give, yeah, we'll still go ahead and get down Parallel Lives. We're going to crack Catacombs. Okay, then anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. So we do have Riku down. Unfortunately, we're going to lose Riku to Balefire next turn. But we do need 7 mana, at least 9 mana for Giant Bug Face. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're not going to have enough to get down Riku and end up going for a copy of Giant Bug Face. But thankfully, with Parallel Lives, we can at least swing in with the haste option. And that'll give us an extra token on the battlefield. And thankfully, with the 7/7 sitting right there, that's going to be more than enough to kind of dodge this Balefire Dragon. Now, the only downside is we might end up losing to combat damage in the air. We've got 10. At least we can block with the Frog Lizard because it's going to deal damage. That's going to get our life total down really low. So this might be one of those games where they end up taking it pretty quick with combat damage, but definitely kind of show what the deck is capable of, getting down some pretty cool things like Giant Bug Face. Okay, so opponent's going to tap out for Kaalia, and thankfully they do not have enough mana to give Kaalia haste. So let's see how they decide to swing in. That's going to be the entire crew. Oh, not the Frog Lizard. Okay, they're going to swing in for 10. That's going to knock us down to 2. And I'll do that last damage to Riku. So sorry, Riku. That happens sometimes. And let's see what we draw into Okay, Wood Elves. That's not what we wanted to see, but we'll go and show it off. So let's go and get down Forest. Let's go for Giant Bug Face. And let's go for Lightning Greaves onto Giant Bug Face. And then I guess we'll still go and get down Deranged Hermit. Okay, so we're going to end up with 8 Squirrel tokens on the battlefield. Let's go and push in with a Giant Bug Face. And we're going to get an extra Bug token off of that. Now, unfortunately, they're going to be able to take it with the air. If we ripped into something like Cyclonic Rift, this might have been a little bit different to where we could have... kind of stop what our opponent had going, but they're going to be able to grab it on this one. And to be perfectly honest, so I recorded a good game on Saturday, but when I went to load it up today, the audio was just absolutely horrible. I don't know how the audio got that bad. I think my mic, it has a retractable, little part of the mic on my headset, and I think when I went to record, I had the retracted part all the way in, so it ended up with being really, really muffled. So I'm kind of recording this gameplay video last minute, but you can see what this deck is certainly capable of. We got down a couple copies of Giant Bug Face. Always love that. It's even going to be able to survive a Balefire Dragon, but they're going to be swinging with the entire crew. Always feels good to get down a few squirrels. So our opponent's going to take it on this one, and that will definitely put us down to -2. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.